Okay, today we are going to be talking about the discriminant. Page 592 in your textbook if you want to follow along. The past couple of lessons we've done two solution strategies for the quadratic type equations polynomials using the quadratic formula and finding roots by completing the square. Well, all of those have been fine because we've been able to find solutions. Believe it or not, there might be times where there is not going to be a solution. And so this is where the discriminant comes into play. The discriminant is actually the expression that is under the radical. It is b squared minus 4ac. We're going to talk about that and how we use that expression to determine whether or not there will be a solution to the equations. Okay? And this is what it means. This chart is also on page 593 in your textbook. When you get the result of your b squared minus 4ac, if that number is greater than 0, we're going to have two solutions. If that number is equal to 0, there will be one solution. And if that number is less than 0, there won't be any real number solution. It will be too complex, and here's why. You'll talk more about that in Algebra 2. Because remember, the b squared minus 4ac comes under the radical. So in other words, we're taking the square root of this number. If we're talking about a number that's less than 0, we're talking about negative numbers. So you're talking about like the square root of -4. That is what we call an imaginary number. Like I said, talk more about that in Algebra 2. That's why there aren't any real solutions, and there are what we call complex solutions. Okay, so let's look at this and just start determining. Let's just do some practice. Okay, so we're going to start with 3x squared plus 7x plus 6. Okay, we're going to use the discriminant. Okay, so we need to determine A, B, and C. A is 3, B is 7, C is 6. So remember, it's b squared minus 4ac. So b is 7. We're going to square that. We're going to subtract 4 times a, which is 3, times 6, which is c. So 49 minus 72 is negative 23. Is negative 23 greater than 0, less than 0, or equal to 0? It's less than. Therefore, there are two complex solutions. I would prefer you say no, 0 solution, or no solution, no real solution, because we're only talking in terms of real numbers. Okay, here's number 2. Determine your A, B, and C. Let's do this one together. A is 1, B is -4, C is 4. B squared minus 4 times A, which is, B squared is -4, sorry, times 1 times 4. Okay? -4 times -4 is 16, minus 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. One solution. Okay? 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. B squared minus 4 times A times C. C is 5. Minus 4 times A is 2. C is 2. 5 squared is 25. Minus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. That is 9. It's greater than 0, so we have two real. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I put in 5. Yeah. This is incorrect. So there are two real solutions. Okay? There are a few more practice problems. In this case, what happens when we're not in standard form? We need to get it in standard form, and we know how to do that. So 3x squared, subtract 6x from both sides, minus 8x, add 4, plus 4 equals 0. And now you're ready to go ahead and try to find the discriminant. If you want to do any more practice, you may. Otherwise, you're ready to move on and solve using the discriminant.